Hello guys, I am Mary and this is Kind of Minimalist. In my channel, I talk about minimalism, my lifestyle as a mom or a woman, and about low-carb keto diet from now on. So I just want to say why I didn't post for so long. It was mainly because of the lockdown that really affected my mental health. I was very depressed, low mood all the time. I didn't want to do anything apart from staying to the bed or on the sofa or maybe sometimes eat, but not really healthy. Now that I feel better, I want to go back to what I was doing and do my kind of maybe weekly videos. I don't know, it depends how it goes. Obviously, I am a mom of a 3 years old boy. I'm a wife. I live on my own. I don't have any family apart from my husband and my child. So the life is a bit more stressed. I would really like to have my mom here. It would be so nice to have somebody here. But what can we do? We decided to go far from home, so that's what I need to live with. So today I want to talk about low carb or keto diet and how it is minimalism for me. Obviously, I'm not a professional, so what I say is just what I'm experiencing now at the moment. The first minimalist aspect that I experienced is I cook less. So before, I was always spending a lot of time cooking, like maybe 1 hour to make a proper meal. Because obviously, being an Italian, we want fancy things, like carbonara or like lasagna or something like that. Now, I really cook less. And the best thing is I cook less, but it's more healthy. Because obviously you eat lots of veg that I really didn't before. You can eat something like meat, cheese, fish, or even corn, because I'm trying to avoid to eat too much cheese and meat because I don't think it's very healthy for our gut, our health in general. So I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan, but I try to avoid products like meat and cheese and milk. I don't drink any milk. I really like hazelnut milk and this is my favorite. But sometimes I use like coconut milk or oat milk, it depends, whatever I find, but my favorite is hazelnut milk. And on this diet, the hazelnut is perfect because obviously it's fatter. So other minimalism aspect are I spend less time in the kitchen, so the kitchen is tidier, obviously. And then I do intermittent fasting. I don't know if I pronounce it correct. Anyway, it can be 16 hours not eating and 8 hours for the eating window, or it can be 6, it can be 24, it can be 1 meal per day that I really can do it. I try to do like 2 meals per day, and when I started 1 week ago, and it was too much for my stomach, my digestive. I think with time you will adapt to this kind of eating and diet, so it will be easier if you want to do 1 or 2 meals per day. But anyway, obviously the other aspect for minimalist lives is that I spend more time with my family, for myself and my self-growth. What I really like to do is spend time with myself and with my family, so my husband, my child, and with friends. Obviously when the lockdown will be kind of raised, because I really don't want to meet friends now. I don't think it's safe, and I have obviously less kind of food that comes in my house. So what I'm trying to do with my little one is cooking cookies, cakes, sweets with no sugar. So what I obviously use instead of sugar is stevia, erythritol. That's the main things that I use to. But obviously there are other sweeteners that are keto approved, but I really like the erythritol is my favorite because there is no that kind of bitter taste that the sweetener has. So now I want to talk to you about the benefits of the first week of keto, and then I will explain the basics of this diet. So obviously I'm losing weight. I'm like shrinking. I'm not weighting myself because I don't want to weigh myself before the 30 days, because I want to weigh myself just once a month because if I weigh myself every week, I will think all the time about the weight, and it can obviously affect your mental health, like, oh, I'm stressed out, I didn't lose how I wanted to lose, or that kind of things. I don't want that. So I want to really live a simple life and relaxed life. And then the second aspect, but I think is the most important, because I don't have any hunger. My eating window is 11-7, but sometimes I eat from 11 until 5, and then I'm fine until 11 a.m. If I'm very hungry, I drink just a bit of espresso with some coconut oil, because if you don't eat any carbs in your meal, the coconut oil is 0 carbs, so it doesn't affect your blood sugar, so you can have it in your coffee, in black coffee or black tea, with no sugar, no sweetener, because the sweetener, even if it's like a very tiny bit, it raises your glucose blood. So that's something that a nutritionist said to me. And sometimes I experience this hunger, but it's not something like, oh my god, I'm dying to eat, I'm dying, I'm so hungry. No, it's not that kind of sensation. It's something, like, oh, maybe I could eat, but obviously it's better if I don't. Because if you want, I'll do a video about this, but basically the intermittent fasting is good because it balances your hormones, the hormones that makes you feel hungry. It balances other hormones, and it's good for to check the glucose in your blood. Obviously, I always talk about glucose in the blood because I was diagnosed pre-diabetic, but pre-diabetic is not really like a syndrome or a disease or something like that, like the diabetes. It's a range of glucose blood where you could get the diabetes, but you're not there yet. So obviously I'm so worried because my mom is diabetic and other people in my family are diabetic, and I don't really want to go there. So I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to eat low carb because obviously it helps the glucose in the blood to stay low. And I will do probably a video about this. What are the healthy foods that have carbs in it and they're not very healthy for you? I will mention a few, like milk has got sugar, bread has got sugar, obviously being a product of grains, and obviously pasta and tortillas, whatever is mixed with grain, contains carbohydrates, and like loads of carbohydrates. Like for 100 grams of the product, it's normally 50 or 80% of carbohydrates. So now I want to talk about the main principles of this diet. Obviously there are low carbs, so you cannot eat any grains, any sugar. With the sweetness, you need to be careful. But you eat loads and loads of fats. And obviously, fatty things is my thing. And obviously, you need to check all the labels, because on the labels, you can see how many fats, how many carbohydrates, how many sugars there are in the foods. And you cannot drink, like, obviously, sweetie things, sugary things. So what I'm starting to do is, if I really want a coffee, I will make something like a latte or a white coffee, but instead of putting milk, I normally put fresh cream, because obviously it's more consistent. So if you want to do a bit watery, like a latte, you put cream and then you put some water in. But obviously this is kind of stuff that I want to talk in another video. And so these are my most important things about low carb keto diet. Obviously, if you want to get into this diet, you should talk with your doctor first. I'm not a professional, I must say, and I did this because I was really feeling hungry, and I saw that this diet doesn't let you feel hungry because it helps you with the glucose in your blood, and because you spend less time thinking about food and cooking. So these are my main things about this. And I think for a minimalist, well, I'm not very minimalist, I always say that. I'm kind of minimalist. Like, I feel comfortable with what I have. So I don't like bare furniture. I like a bit of furniture, I like a bit of decor, but not too much. Obviously, since I started this journey in minimalism, I want to change this color because it's really hurting me. Okay, so guys, I don't want to talk anymore because I think it's a very long video. So I will probably come back next week for another video, and I will probably do a shopping haul, and I will let you know what I use and what I cook. If you like this video, let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you will be notified when I will post something new. Okay, thank you, bye.